Welcome back, guys. You know who it is. It's your boy, Jay Biondo here. Today, we're going to talk. Tonight's going to be a little bit different. We're actually going to talk about, more specifically, when it's okay to have paper hands, why it's actually a good thing, and you pretty much don't want to be deterministic when you're investing, right? So a lot of times you'll hear people all over the internet now talk about how have diamond hands, just hold your coins. It's just whales trying to knock you out of the market, right? Well, that's not always the case. And sometimes, just sometimes, you might be the whale. So in what case, what do you do then? How do you handle your situations then? Well, that's kind of what I wanted to address tonight. Really more specifically focusing on a kind of like a decision I had to make last night. I'm just gonna pull it up. Give me a second here. Okay, so I want to head over to PooCoin. And let me see here. Let me find Nevada. Okay, so I was heavily one of the top holders of Nevada, right? And this is a new crypto. I made a video on this crypto a couple days ago about how I think it's going to do fantastic, and it sure did fantastic for quite a while. And right about here, right somewhere around here is where I exited. And I exited and had paper hands because I just saw momentum shift, right? I felt like it was too far gone, okay? And so since then, it's just continued to plummet, right? And I want to jump back into this project. I actually find this project fascinating, but I'm not ready to jump back in because this is just bad momentum. This is like your typical falling wedge pattern, and I think it could. Sometimes these patterns end up falling all the way back down to the floor, and sometimes almost even below the initial starting price. So that's what I'm watching out for here. Is just how far will this particular coin drop? We don't really know, but you can see. So when we zoom in on the charts, this is even a little bit more interesting, right? Because we start to see this little like Wyckoff distribution pattern, this rolling over of when we came up, we had an all-time high. So we had our first all-time high here for Nevada. Then we came down, we hit it. We didn't really extend much further beyond it. We came back down. Then we started to get lower highs, right? So lower highs, and lower lows. And so after that, I was like, this momentum is shifted. It's time to switch gears and exit the position and have paper hands. Well, all in all, it was a great return for me on my short-term investment. When I look at this long-term, I do want to get back into it. I'm not sure when I'm just going to get back there, but I do want to get back into this. I'm really waiting for this to drop to this 2,400 sat level, or I think this, or BNB level, or even further down here. And I want to jump back in, and I want to jump back in heavy. So I'm just trying to get a deal, right? With investments, it's all about just trying to maximize your returns. Oh, we got Michael back. Okay, so paper hands. What does it mean? So paper hands means weak hands in the market, meaning at a sight of a downturn, you're quick to sell, or you don't have strong hands, meaning you don't want to. You're not able to sort of handle the dips, right? So paper hands means that exactly as it sounds, that your positions rip up like paper. That's what that means. So diamond hands, meaning that you'll just ride out your position throughout all of the dips. If it tanks 60%, you'll still ride it out, and you won't close your positions. You won't look for exits, really. You'll just be a hodler. So that's the meaning there, Mike. And so this is what I'm watching for on this. And I'm not like this with every position. So you have to choose your sort of the type of hands you want to roll with based on the kind of investment you're in, right? So it's not the same. I don't do this with my Bitcoin positions. I don't have paper hands when I have my Bitcoin positions, but when I'm entering into a highly speculative new asset like this, I'm going to have more paper hands because the risk and the volatility is just far higher. So take that into consideration as you figure out what risk level and what kind of hands you want to have. So I think it's very situational. So that's what I wanted to cover in the initial part of the video. So I got 2 viewers here. What kind of hands do you guys have? How do you guys go about dealing with your investments? Do you think you have diamond hands that you just hold them forever, or do you have paper hands? Do you look for exits? Come on, guys, type in the chat. I want to hear from you. Oh, we got a new viewer. To my new viewer, okay. Oscar, here we go. Diamond hands, nice. Diamond hands on what kind of investments? All right. So when you say you have diamond hands, is it what are we talking about? Are we talking equities? Are we talking all positions? Are we talking stock market? So Mike, did I keep anything in? Great question. I ripped it all out. I ripped the whole bag, and it, and so this is I'm gonna make this funny a bit, in the sense that so this is what I did, right? I put the telegram up over here, and then I had my positions up over here, right? And I was like ready to hit that sell button, right? And I'm like, all right, let's see what happens, guys. Boom, hit sell, telegram. This guy's got paper hands. Why did he sell? Look at this, right? And people were pissed. People get so angry when they see it happen, right? But I had to do it. I had to protect myself. I had to protect my position, and quite frankly, there is a time to come back into things, and it's a little bit of a gut feeling. There's no, I don't have like a deterministic approach or a specific pattern that I look for. I mean, there are patterns. There are definitely patterns at play here, but it's also a gut feeling. Especially with these early coins. I mean, I've looked at enough to know that this is a common theme among new coins that come out, right? So they'll get a nice little lift off, and then they'll come back down. So, I'm waiting to see how far this will go. Yeah, the tax thing is a great, is a really interesting topic. It drives me nuts because I'm gonna get destroyed on taxes this year, and I do think that there is value in just holding some of your positions long term. Just because the capital gains. I don't know what the tax rate is on that now. I think in the Trump days it was 15%. Now I'm not so sure anymore. And And the taxes can be a real thing. That can be a real issue. And I know for me this year it's going to be a real issue. As with most people that were in the bull market, they're going to experience similar kind of, kind of events. What are my thoughts on SHIB? Let's pull up SHIB. Let's switch over to the charts and pull up SHIB. So I gotta add it back in. Let me just pull it up. We'll talk about it. SHIB BTC. Wait, is it just SHIB BTC? Bitfinex? No, this isn't right. Right? No, this isn't the one I want. What's the is it Shiba? Let me look this up. BTC. Why can I not find this? Shiba Inu. Oh, Shiba USD. I like to find the BTC pair, but for whatever reason, I'm not finding a good one. But let's just talk about the USD. So, all right. The honest truth about Shiba is I hate Shiba. I hate this project. I can't stand this project. Okay, so it's just SHIB. Okay. I can't stand this. Okay, so let's let me I'll get into this. I'm just reading your comment. I'll throw it up. Let's see here. I'll throw it up. Okay, sold half yesterday. Have been buying back in. Seems like 1 to 2 a.m. it hits its low. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so with any investment you can make money, right? Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, whether you believe in it, whether you don't believe in it. And there's a lot of patterns, as far as the timing of events, especially from when China comes online. I noticed a similar kind of thing with Bitcoin. It more so it was happening in the springtime. Every time 10 p.m. would hit, we would see either it was kind of depending on the pattern, but it was either a rise or a drop off, right? And it was usually the drop off. When we saw those big dips back in in April time frame, that's that's when it happened. So hey, if you can recognize a pattern of a time frame that works for you, that you're seeing, you can't always go off of those, but that does have merit. I mean, sometimes that's more of like a gut and a pattern that you're seeing. I don't know that I trust those patterns 100% because sometimes they can switch out. So overall, on the whole here, though, we're seeing this real negative trend here. This downtrend. It is starting to slow up. So you could tell it had a faster dip, faster downtrend, and now it's kind of starting to level off. It's hard to say if it found support or not yet. When we check out the RSI on SHIB, it's in the lower half, but it's at a 40 or so on the 1 hour. Let's go to the daily. Let's take a peek here. So technically on the daily time frame, it's actually at where it was before it started to rip. That's interesting. Because it was at 50 here on the RSI. That is very interesting. We could be hitting a low here. Hard to say. I have a hard time jumping in on projects that I don't believe in. Even emotion comes into play. Even when the opportunity looks good. Now, I have entered into some positions before that I don't believe in just because I thought the timing was good. An example of that would have been with Doge that I entered in the last springtime. it still worked out for me. But let's see here. Okay, you're up 1,000%. Wow. So that's awesome, huh? Got in September. Okay, so you're guessing the low at 46.50. 46.50. You could be right. You could be right. I mean, we've had a couple drops, a couple wicks down, and it hasn't gone below that. So you could be right about that. The real question. So the thing is, right? This is USD. Everything depends on Bitcoin. We're not looking at the BTC pair. This isn't the right pair. I don't know why this is the only one that's coming up in TradingView. So I don't have a good feel for it in here, but you could be right as far as USD value, especially if Bitcoin starts to pop off again. Bitcoin is taking a hit today. So, okay, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. It would mirror Bitcoin. You see a similar thing happening with Cardano too. If we look at just the Cardano BTC pair, right, we see a similar drop off, starting to level off, starting to hit some of its levels of support. We're seeing this happen with other coins. When we go and check out Bitcoin and see what Bitcoin's doing, this is critical. This is the movie to watch. Even though it's a movie we don't necessarily love watching, because we might be in some altcoins that would create higher yields. You always have to look at Bitcoin. Yeah, okay. So SHIB for you is a zero fundamental trade. Yeah, it's all psychological. Yeah, you're right about that. Psychological, social media, and rumors. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. You can make money doing that. Nothing wrong with that if you can get the timing right. I do think it's one of those things you got to keep up on, though. You can't. It's not an investment you could just throw your money in and walk away, because you may end up losing that 1,000% if you were to do that. So interesting that you say that. And so when we look at BTC right now, we're getting hammered. 59,000. This is almost irrelevant though, because if we pop on like let's see here, the support band. Let's see. Oh, my support band's not popping on. That's unfortunate. I'll have to figure out what's going on here, but essentially, the 20-week EMA and SMA are somewhere around 52,000, if not lower. I can't remember what it was. I'm trying to remember, drawing a blank, but we could still drop significantly. And it wouldn't be an issue for the overall market. We would still be in a bull trend. So I'm not concerned about the overall condition of the market. It is, however, important to make sure that we watch this, because as Bitcoin moves up, as Ronald Reagan says, a rising tide lifts all boats. So that's what we really want to see. Okay, so you're saying, if Bitcoin breaks the 58, new bottom at 48, I would say that's a high possibility. That's a high possibility. One interesting thing is how far could it, really go? I don't think it's going to happen. It could happen. I don't want to be deterministic either. I just don't think it's going to happen. But hey, you never know. I have been wrong plenty of times. So, and I do think you're right about the next level of support, somewhere around the 58K range or 48K range. That would be that would be really alarming, because I hope it doesn't either. I don't want to have to go through another lull period like we had to here, right, over the summer. I don't want to have to do that again. NIO. Oh, as in, are you talking about the electric car company, Tesla competitor? Is that the company? I was almost going to do a video on NIO, so very interesting that you brought this up. I was thinking about doing it this week, But is that? I just want to make sure that's the company you're talking about, right? The Tesla competitor in China. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's get into Neo. I already started to do some research on this, right? Because I was at a point where I was getting very, very interested. I wonder if I can pull them up on the charts, so we could just take a look at it as well. Neo. I'm assuming it's Neo Inc. Okay. So this is Neo on the charts. I'm assuming I got the symbol right. I didn't look it up to. Okay. Didn't look it up to. Okay, motor vehicles. This has got to be it. So overall, right, the electric vehicle market is. I mean, it's just taking off, and it's taking off even more so in China. When you look at Tesla's sales in China, they're skyrocketing. Okay, and so the same thing's happening with Neo, and they have an interesting concept, right? Where you so I don't know if you know this, but I'm just gonna pretend like you don't. One of the nice things about Neo is they have, rather than having charging stations, they have swappable battery packs. Okay, so rather than charging a Tesla, you just pull up, you swap your battery, and you're back on your way within 5 minutes, which is similar to a normal gasoline fill up. I think that's very interesting because one of the things that does hold back people from getting electric vehicles is the fact that the charging, is the charging. So I thought that was really cool. Their cars look really nice too. Let's switch gears. Let me pull up their site. Neo car. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean their cars look good. Their whole business looks good. I was looking. I'm trying to remember. I was diving into some of their financials. Oh yeah. So the big thing with Neo, and it's starting to come back to me now. So okay, yeah, this is what it was, and I can't remember what the math was exactly. But so here's the thing with Neo, right? Is their margins, they make a lot. Where they make all their money is not on the selling of the vehicle. They make all of their money on service, similar to a lot of car companies. Really, is on the service of the vehicle. So here's the thing, though, right? Yeah. If you haven't hit the like button, hit it now, Mike. Right? Live stream is worth it, right? I love doing them. If you guys love being here, I love doing them. So next thing about Neo, right? I was going over the financials, and this is why I wanted to do a video on it. Was their margins initially to pump out vehicles was not. It doesn't look very good, and that's why their stock hasn't really taken off yet. But when you look at the growth on the service side of their business, it's growing quarter over quarter as they're selling these vehicles. That's where they're getting high margin, like an 80% margin. So I think it's very attractive as they sell more vehicles. The margins are going to continue to rise, and I expect some movement out of this. I mean, for the fact that this is sort of cascaded downward and has traded sideways for let's see here, the better part of almost a year. When Tesla has now ripped, if we take a look at Tesla, it's had this dip. I actually wish I sold my position, but because I knew as soon as I saw Elon's tweet that this was going to rip down. But I'm holding my position. But we've had Tesla rip up, and all the analysts said that Tesla should be around the $900 range by the end of the year. And so we're seeing this growth in Tesla. I don't see why we don't see it in Neo yet. And I also Oscar, did you watch the video I did on Rivian? I also did a video on Rivian and talking about how Rivian's starting to come to the United States. They're just starting to get their cars out on the road. Chips Rodriguez. Neo is the new Tesla cars. Neo is it's a separate company that is a competitor to Tesla, based in China. They make really nice cars, really nice EVs, and they have a different business model. Their charging stations are hot swappable battery packs rather than having charging stations. You just swap the battery, so it's a different play. It's interesting. The cars look good, so some good news outlets for crypto. Well, you're here, Gary, so hopefully that's one of them. Okay, yeah, Oscar, give the Rivian video a watch. I go into a lot more detail. So, Gary, to get back to your question, some good news outlets for crypto. You have to be careful. So, I don't even want to name drop because I don't want to sound negative about any other channels or any other YouTubers, any other places to get news. So I'm gonna refrain from saying anything negative about any other YouTubers. Places I go to get information. I check out crypto markets on Reddit to get just like a quick, almost like a quick update overview. I go through all the subreddits individually. And yeah, Gary, you get it, because I know what's going to happen. I would say somebody's channel name or something, and then I would, I'd get the boot, and it's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, so I go to crypto markets. I join some telegrams of projects I'm interested in, and a lot of times, Gary, I won't even participate. I'll just listen, right? I'll just be a fly on the wall and listen. What are they typing? What's the community like? It's really difficult. I spend all day trying to sift through this stuff to come to you guys with some content that is interesting, that is up to date. But it is a lot of work. I also scan Twitter. I've got a couple people that I follow specifically, and I also do search terms. Like this is an example, right? I was searching Cardano, so I did the $ Cardano, and I'll scan through here and see what people are saying, and I do that for all kinds of cryptos. So that's one way I go about the research. I'll get back to Evergrow. Let me get back to Mike here. So I love. Let me throw this up on screen. So a little hard to read. Let's see here. I love Elon, but the battery swap is freaking priceless. Yes, it is, because it doesn't eliminate the gas station battery swap stations. Yep. I think that and the thing is, Tesla, they tried doing the battery swap, or thought about implementing it, but they didn't like the concept, and I think they didn't like it because the margins get squeezed for whatever reason, and I don't know I don't know the math on it, right? But I think they didn't like the margins of swapping batteries, and and I don't know the extent of that, but it is interesting. Gary, I saw Evergrow post a 14% fee to exit. Yes, Gary, you don't want to exit an Evergrow position. You don't want to make the mistake that I made, which was send my Trust Wallet funds to my MetaMask wallet, and I got taxed 14% of my total holdings, and all I did was move wallets. I didn't even exit my position, right? I didn't sell my position. So the tax is high, although there are projects that I find interesting that have even higher taxes. So that's sort of the new model, Gary, is these taxes. Let me see what Oscar has to say here. Do you think there is a Rivian bubble? Like, do you think the stock is overpriced and will tank heavily soon? I talk about that, Oscar, in the Rivian video. You're going to want to check that out because I talk about the $60 billion valuation that they're starting to put on Rivian, and I do think it's too high. I think it's excessively high. I think it's nuts because they don't have proven vehicles on the market really yet. So there's it's a as a new company, it's crazy. Let's see here. Jeff says, "What do you think about Sayatami Inu?" We can pull it up, but so here's the thing. So anything that starts with a meme, I stay away from. Meaning, if it's a baby Dogecoin, if it's like Pitbull, I'm seeing Floki, and Floki not so much. That may actually pop a little bit, but I stay away from anything that's a copy, that's a meme of a meme, right? So you have you already have like you have serious projects, you have moderately serious projects, and all the way down at the bottom you have meme coins. Okay, you have like Shiba Inu and Doge and these other meme coins, and then you have memes on memes, and I stay away from the memes on memes. Too risky for me. I wouldn't consider it for my taste, for my level of risk. But hey, people are making money on them. But when you invest in those kind of projects, you get set up for a rug pull, and I've had that happen on me, and that sucks. Let's see here. He just sold 255 billion. Gary, explain. Who sold 255 billion? Are you talking about Elon with Tesla? I think that's what you're talking about, but let's clarify. Mike, let's see here. Evergrow has paid me 300% of my original investment in BUSD. Yes. Again, got an Evergrow in early September. Wow, what a great time to get an Evergrow. Awesome. Awesome for you, man. That's what I like to hear. Making big steam on all those reflections. Come on, baby Doge. Oh, man. I don't know. Good. I hope you make a killing on Baby Doge, Mike. I hope you make a killing. Yeah, a lot of this is Gary says a lot of this is 1 out of 7,400 is pretty good compared to a lottery. Well said. I mean, your odds are better than the lottery. And yeah, Gary, I understand you were talking about Elon. So the $255 billion drop that Elon just did on the market, right? When we go back to the trading view and we just take a look at Tesla, just go back up here, find them. So yeah, this is this is the Elon effect right here. Somewhere around here, we're looking at a 17-18% correction due to a tweet that Elon made, and then the selling of the $255 billion. Gary, make that a T. Yeah, that should be a T-shirt. You're right. That's so funny. The lottery, not the Elon thing. Oh, well, did you hear the other tweet that Elon said after the dump? Right. So for those that don't know, and this is not a political channel, so I'll refrain from my political stance. But I forgot what Bernie said. Bernie said something about taxing billionaires, and then Elon said, "If you want me to sell another 10%, I will." and in my head, I'm like, no, like this is not what Tesla needs. Like, and the SEC must hate Elon because, I mean, basically he just manipulated the market. You can't do an announcement, like that. Like, based on this poll, I'm going to sell 10% of my shares. I mean, come on, like, and the thing is, right, I'm not a professional kind of guy, meaning I don't like process. I hate process. I hate formalities. I'm like a gunslinger, like a run and gunner, right? Like I want to just jump on and talk with you guys and have a conversation. And that's me though, right? But so I get Elon's stance of just like, well, I'm gonna do what I want, I'm gonna say what I want, but it just it has a massive impact on all the investors. Yeah, Bernie, tell me and I'll sell more. Awesome, right? Right, Mike? The owner of Bitcoins owns 1 billion tokens. 1 billion tokens? 1 billion tokens of Bitcoin? Bitcoin, I think it's only 20 million, right? 20 million? Or is it 20 billion? I can't remember. Okay. Oscar says he's up 40% on his Lucid position. Do you think it would be a good time to take a little bit of profit or just continue to hold? Um, I haven't looked into Lucid. No, I'm okay with all the EV questions. I've done videos on Tesla and Rivian, so I'm all good with the EV stuff. And there's not too many of us, here and in chat, so happy to answer them. I haven't looked into Lucid. That I cannot speak to. I haven't checked it out yet. Oh, so well, yeah. So I think the belief, or what Gary's getting at, is that there is somebody that has a ton of tokens, right? Yeah, there are only 22 million. So I don't know how many it is, but there's a lot of big wallets out there that have BTC that are lost wallets, right? So it's kind of just gone to the ether, and there is sort of that rumor going around that Satoshi Nakamoto has a big bag and and is one of the bigger holders, and we just don't know who this guy is. Interesting, right? Interesting to see. So, all right, guys. What else do you have for me? What other questions can I help you with? I'm here to serve you guys as best I can. By the way, there is going to be a new video dropping tonight on Cardano. So it should be done tonight. I have a couple edits to make to get it out, but I do want to get it out tonight after this live stream. So I don't know if it'll go out tonight. I think it's going to go out late tonight, and it's going to be about Cardano. So check that out on the release. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I talk about in the video. You're going to want to see this, right? Because I go into the actual math on why Cardano could be $30 by the end of this bull cycle. Thoughts on Solana? Yeah. So Solana. I really like Solana, and I'm kind of pissed that I like Solana because I did just invest in Star Atlas, which I did a video on that as well, and Star Atlas is running on Solana, right? And I had never moved money into a Phantom wallet or done that before. So I had to pick up some Solana. I had to buy a little Solana for the gas fees of Solana, and then had to go through a bridge process to move my BUSD from Binance Smart Chain over to the Solana network. So I had to learn a lot about going through that process. And one thing I learned is that the fast finality on Solana is great. The network is good, and the fees, the gas fees of Solana, even though there are fees, are really relatively low compared to the other chains. So I really like Solana. I think Solana is going to do great, and it scares me because I really think that Solana might be better than Cardano. It might be, and I love Cardano. I was a big time investor in Cardano early on, and I love Cardano. But Solana is, as of right now, kicking Cardano's ass. So there's that, but you're gonna want to see that Cardano video because it goes into this stuff in more detail. What do I think about Wonderland? I haven't looked into Wonderland. Let's see if I could find it. Let's take a look here. So Wonderland. Wonderland, 8,000 a coin. I have not looked at this. Let's see here. So market cap at 460. Let's check out. Wow, this is steady, and this is new, it looks like, or at least a new listing on Coin Market Cap. Let's check out their site. Let's see here. I've never looked at this, so this is I love it when you guys show me stuff. I love it. I love it because then it gives me, it gives me new stuff to dig into and to learn about. So this is awesome. Let's see here. Financial tools to grow your wealth. Okay, this is. I guess I'd have to enter the app and documentation. This doesn't. The homepage doesn't say much. Do you know? Do you have like a quick synopsis of what this does? Let's see here. Oh, I got some chat to catch up on. Hold on. 2022 Moon Crypto. Nice, Mike. Yeah, I think Crypto did well. I didn't invest in it. Oh, that's the social media one. Yeah. I thought about jumping in on that. I was gonna say 2022 Moon. That is a lotto ticket, but why not? Sometimes those lotto tickets can pay off. You never know. I mean, I threw some money in a lotto the other day. I don't even want to talk about it because I'm pissed because it was a rug pull. Heard about Star what? About D-Race? I don't know which ones those are. I don't know what you're getting at with those, Gary. Okay, so staking is the thing with Wonderland? But where does that... So total staked, 178. Treasury balance. Okay, APY. Where I mean, obviously, I'm sure it goes into this in the documentation, but we need to know, where does the APY come from? Thoughts on Sand and Mana? I looked into those, Jeff. So Sand, let me pull up Sand. I looked into both of these. I think I liked Mana, but I didn't invest. Sandbox. Let me I just want to try to refresh my memory. For some reason I didn't like this. I can't trying to remember. I can't remember why I didn't like it, but there was something about this that I didn't like. Although I am curious. I feel like this site has changed a little bit. I'm going to look into this a little bit more after the stream. Mana I looked at. Oh, Decentraland. Yeah. Okay, so that's what this is. So Decentraland I looked at a while ago, and like way before it exploded, and I thought it was a good play with Axie going crazy. So I thought this was good. And it would have been nice to get in on. And I actually think the project is good and is well developed. But I think we could be a little late to the party. So hard to say. Market cap at $6 billion. If we go and check out Axie, let's just see where it is. Where is it here? So market cap of $8 billion. So you figure it's not gonna trump this. I wouldn't think so. Or I don't see it as a top 20 coin. So I think maybe you get a 2x at best with Mana. But it's not worth the risk reward payoff for me at this point because it just exploded. So I don't like to jump to something that just exploded. Gary, 79K AP, 79K APY? Whoa! Whoa! Gary, you're on to something. What is that? I thought this was 88%. I thought this was the decimal. 79K APY? What? Huh? How does this work? Who are they robbing for this? Mike, you say check out who is and see the date of the registration. I'm trying to remember. Let's see here. Check out who is? I'm not. What are you talking about there, Mike? I'm a little confused. Okay, got rug pulled in BBK. Oh, I'm catching up on the comments. Sorry, guys. Okay, so you had a loss. You had a rug pull. Me too. Check out Bora. Okay, give me 1 sec. I just want to catch up on the comments. 6 billion. Okay, 6. Oh, woke up. Okay, 6 billion market cap is a 5-year hold. Let's let me let's see here. Bora and woke up. Let's take a look. So we'll start with Bora. I haven't looked at this yet. So let's see here. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize. Was I off screen? Okay, no, I'm on screen. Okay, good. Okay, so Bora here, $3. Whoa. What the hell? So we just had a 5x. Yikes. I hate jumping in when I after I see that, right? Because you just think that the guys that got in over here have to sell. Like the selling pressure is high. They don't have to sell, but the selling pressure is high because they're up 500%. They're up 500%. So the selling pressure is high. It doesn't mean that they will sell. It's on Clayton. I don't know anything about this chain. I see it pop up more and more, but I don't know anything about that yet. I just have to dive into it. Bora. Okay, let's see here. Let's allow the cookies. So it looks like it's trying to become an app marketplace for games, based on what I'm seeing here. That's a cool concept. Meet games that... Oh, then they're claiming that they already have access to 50 million users or games that 50 million play. I'd have to dive deeper into this. Interesting, though. Interesting. I'm shocked that it shot up like this. I'd be reluctant to jump in on the project at this point, just based on that pattern alone. But interesting. Okay, so next one, woke up. Woke up. Is that what you meant, Mike? Woke up? Or were you talking about something else? I thought you were talking about a project. 6 billion market cap. Or is it just not on CoinMarketCap? Yeah. Oh boy, I'm so far behind in the... Okay. Let's see. Oscar says, what's an APY? Annual percent... or APY. Annual... It's like your annual percentage rate. Well, your annual percentage yield, I think is the, annual percentage yield, I think is the abbreviation. But essentially, your interest rate that you earn is your APY. Whois.com. Mike, I am terribly confused. What do you mean, whois.com? I am so confused. You have to help me out. Yes. Yeah, APY is the interest rate. Oh, okay. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. I'm caught up now. All right. All right. So, yeah. So there we go. So that was okay. A few projects we went into tonight. Any other questions? Things you guys want to talk about? I got 10 more minutes, and then I got to take my dog out. So. Registered? Registered what? I'm not putting two and two together. Oh, you registered a .com? Who is .com registered? I'm confused. What state am I in? I am in Connecticut currently. Yep. Born and raised in Connecticut. Oh, it's blocking the website. Okay. Gotcha. If you do find anything you want to send me, Mike, you could just send it through the Patreon channel, and I'll check it out. We could talk about it, next time I do a stream or something like that. I'll get to it when I can. Do I like the platform? Tip ranks off. I don't know what tip ranks is. I don't know what that is. No, I'm not Midwest. Connecticut is. I'm in the Northeast. I'm in the Northeast, Gary. It's cold up here. It's cold. I'm freezing. Trying to earn my Satoshi to keep the heat on. Yep. Okay, it's an investing insight website. I'll have to check it out. Oscar. Oh, really? I suppose I do have a bit of slang speech, just because it's just I prefer to talk. I don't know. Maybe you're talking about like I don't think I have any accent, but I definitely love to talk slang. Holy cow, Gary, you've been everywhere. I was down in Florida last month for a month, and so now I'm back up here in the north, freezing. So Oscar, for analysis, okay, accent, okay. Well, I hope I don't have the Chicago accent. I'm not into the Chicago accent. Okay, you're from New Zealand. Okay. I kind of have I don't because I'm between New York and Boston, almost equidistant from both of them. I don't have the Boston accent, and I don't have the New York accent, so it's a bit different up here. As far as Oscar, as far as analyst and what what I use for equities, I actually use Yahoo Finance's paid version, and I go through their analysis reports, their suggestions, their ideas, and I was considering using Morningstar. I just happen to use Yahoo Finance right now to get that information. You lived in Key West, no kidding. I don't know how people live out there. I heard it's just one big party. Yeah, that's crazy to think that you lived in Key West. It's like as south as it gets, just about. Florida's weird. Florida's a different place. Florida's weird to me. Yahoo Finance, the platform's good. I look at it as what I pay. You know, I look at it as what I pay for Yahoo Finance. I make up with my trades. That's hilarious, Gary. So funny. So funny. Yeah, I definitely heard Key West is crazy. When I went to school in Tampa, and Tampa was dangerous as hell. It was it was really the most dangerous place I've ever been is Tampa, Florida. Yeah, Tampa is dangerous. I mean, I had a knife pulled out on me when I was getting my groceries. It's just dangerous. And at nighttime, uh, Gary, if you've been to Tampa, the whole Ybor City area. Oh my gosh, I would go out, right, and I was new to the area, didn't know any better. I was surrounded by gangs one night. Luckily, my yeah, oh yeah. This is real. This is a real deal. I was surrounded by a gang one night, and luckily, I had a friend with me that sweet talked us our way out of it. But a little dangerous, more than a little dangerous, but. Oh, your son just moved to Miami. Nice, nice, nice. I've never been to Miami. Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, right? MN, Minnesota? Yeah, I think that's right. Did I get that right? Minnesota, yeah. Okay. Checking. Minnesota must be freezing. Yeah, it's always interesting to see where people live and people yeah, I can't imagine freezing in Minnesota. It's worse than Connecticut. Oh my god. Oh, where Gary? Where was the house? In Miami? Was that the one? That I mean, real estate right now is insane. Is crypto mining worth it to invest? Jeff asks, is crypto mining worth it to invest? So, Jeff, it's hard to have it make sense in the United States. So, with that said, it depends on how cheap of energy you can get. And usually that's only in certain parts of the world. So I don't want to say it's not worth it because there are certain situations that can be worth it. Like if you can get solar energy, where it essentially over time pays off itself. That is one way where it becomes worth it, but really the way it's hard to say it's worth it. There's a lot of factors. So it's not only is it the cost of the energy, but it's also the hash rate on the network. So if when this bull run is over, we're going to see a crash in the hash rates and a crash in transaction volume. And in that time, it's definitely not going to be worth it. So it goes up based on the volume, based on electricity costs. So that's a lot of things to consider. It's hard to say. There are calculators out there that you can use, but there's nothing clear to say that it is worth it. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, and that's why if you look at I'm invested in two companies, Hut Mining and Riot Blockchain, both that are Bitcoin mining companies, and they go up and down like crazy because of that factor, because of the energy costs and because of the hash rates changing like crazy. Okay, let's see here. In Miami was a house. Yeah, I believe it. Everything's going nuts. Let's see here. Mike says no. First time I've ever. Getting caught up in the comments, guys. You're a natural disaster specialist, Mike? Oh. Is that a thing? What is a natural disaster specialist? I've never heard of this. What do you do? Chase volcanoes? What do you do? Yeah, a lot of it's on the electricity, Jeff. Kathy Wood. Oscar asks, who is Kathy Wood and why is she such a big deal? Oh, what a good question. So I did a video on Kathy. Kathy is so Kathy lives actually not too far away from me in Wilton, Connecticut, and she is the CIO, I think, or I think the CIO, not the CEO of the ARK Investment Fund. So she's the head of that ARK Innovation Fund, I think is what it is, and she was a primary purchaser of Tesla stock, and has since then been phasing that out. I did a whole video on her and her selling Tesla, and definitely check that out if you haven't checked out the Kathy video I did. So, yeah. Let's see here. You're a hail specialist? I don't know. I'm fascinated by what that is. Let's see here. What other questions do we have? All right, guys. I think I got caught up on all the questions. I'm going to call it a night. I got to take my dog out. I got to eat a little food. It's getting late here. And I got to try and get this last video up on Cardano. You don't want to miss it. If you guys enjoyed the live stream, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I'm trying to grow this channel the best I can, and I need your help to do so. So if you're not subscribed already, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so that you guys know when I'm going live, when all my videos are coming out, and I hope to help you guys in the future. So that's all. Well, okay, let's see here, Mike. Last thing, falls in. Okay, no kidding. All right. Well, we're gonna talk about that more, Mike, because I'm still curious about this natural disaster stuff. We're gonna talk about it next time. Just remind me. Cheers, guys. Enjoy your night. Assuming it's nighttime near you. If not, if it's daytime, enjoy your day. Later, guys.